Welcome back, folks, to Let's Play Hardcore Minecraft Take 3. Last we left the avatar, we have the second villager, this fisherman here. While I would have preferred to have had a zombie villager from nearby cured by using my potions and my golden apple, this villager came from all the way across the sea in a boat. And this villager will do just fine. This villager is currently a fisherman, and soon this villager will be giving me a lot of money. But first, I need to go and get things to trade with that villager so that I can get my emeralds, the money of the game. I also want to grab these saplings, and not put them back in the ground, because I'm probably going to be putting those saplings in the composter. I'm also going to have to make a path through this forest towards the village eventually. But first things first, let us get back home and get the things I'm going to trade. The easiest things that I can trade right now are piles of coal, and I have plenty of coal. Also, going to put this here so that I can just dump this off in here and get nothing. That's fine though, that's fine. Alright, the coal is down here, in here, and I'm going to take about, maybe 10 of these, and dump this off here, and that off there. Marvellous. We have lots and lots of coal. The coal is going to be used to get that first level, and then after I've got the first level, I am then going to not have any problems with getting trades going. And I'm also going to double check to see if there is nothing there but I really want to do anything with. I have enough time to get these trades done now, so let's get them done now. The reason why I want the trades done is because the trades make the villager flagged for breeding, and means that we get more villagers. It also means that I get lots of emeralds, and I get lots of experience, and I want lots of experience. So, let's just put this down here. Also, getting emeralds is just nice in general for purchasing other things I want. So, we will give you all of this, and that means that I get 8 emeralds. And now you've leveled up. And I'm also going to give you all of this too, just for a little bit more emeralds. Now, you have raw salmon to cooked salmon, which isn't a fantastic trade. I was hoping that you'd give me something else, but we can slowly work through this level by using salmon. And I do have a fair bit of salmon. 23 here should do for now, so let's just do this, and there we go. We've lost some emeralds, but we have gained some experience, and we've also gained that bar going a little bit further. This is another way to get all of the stuff we want. These ones, however, are going to level up a lot slower. But we can work on getting the level ups as we go along. I would have preferred you to have a trade where I sold you fish, but that is what it is, and I can't do anything beyond just work with what I've got. Also, I'm going to put this here. There we go. What I also want to do is put this brewing stand down somewhere. Somewhere where the villager can easily work and I can easily access them. Like right here. I'm going to now start working on making the covered areas for the people to work. There we go, we can get that. Well, I can't get that because I foolishly decided to do something silly. Me? Doing something silly? That never happens! It actually happens all the time. Okay, put this here, and then I'll put one there, and over time I will work on covering that area up and using some fences to make a kind of protective fence. Also, that's going there. We're going to need to put a lot of beds here before we are done. One for each villager that I want. Also, no spare beds there. I'd already looked, but I hadn't specifically been looking for beds. Could only sleep at night. That's fine. I can wait until it's night. I want it to be night as little as possible, because then I can minimize the risk and danger to my villagers. Also, while I'm thinking about it, I feel like giving you some of these potatoes. Would you like them? I bet you would. Just going to fling them over here. And you're going to pick them up, which is brilliant. You picking up those potatoes means that you're that much closer to getting to the having another villager threshold. Now, if you don't mind, I have a few things that I need to go and get. And I also have a path that I need to forge through this forest. I should probably work on that path. Shouldn't be too tricky. There we go. And there we go. Do I have any spare beds for that room? Or do I have to go and make a few more beds? Well, I don't have any beds here. But I do remember there being at least one bed back here. There are 2 beds back here. And I even have that lectern. And these planks. The planks are going to be very useful. Also, do we have any more of them? I'm going to need a fair few more of them. We have quite a few more. Brilliant. We also have a few of these. They're also going to be useful. And those as well. And them. Brilliant. We can start construction of things right away. And we could do even more if we have... There's a few fences. A few is better than none. Also, grab all of these while I'm here. Now that we have those villagers, I'm so much happier with my village in general. Because slowly it will grow and expand without me being nearby to watch over it. And eventually it will get to the point where I don't need to worry about protecting it. When we get that first iron golem, that is a big, big point indeed. And that'll be the first of many iron golems. Eventually, hopefully, there will be 1 iron golem for each villager. Right now it's only 2, and right now 2 is not actually a threshold for getting any golems to spawn. Though I could make a golem if I wanted to. I could make one. I'm not going to, but I could. Also, I should probably keep that smoker near the village so that I can have a butcher at some point. Whether I'll actually use a butcher is another question, but having the option is always nice. Alright, Emeralda 2, we must go to the village! And maybe, if I'm lucky, there'll already be a 3rd villager, though I somehow doubt it. Yeah, I don't think that's happened just yet. Right, let us put these over here. Just put them up like that. And this one over here. And we'll use these here just to extend out. You can see what I'm doing here, what my plan is. It just makes everything look that much nicer. It's all aesthetic, but I do like aesthetics. There we go. That can go there. That can go there. And we just need a little bit of fencing, which fortunately we can get quite easily with all the stuff that we have. And there's enough fencing. Now, whenever the villagers decide to work, they can do so without getting wet. Also, I'm going to need a lantern there to make sure that area is illuminated. There's a lantern. Brilliant. That will go right here. Perfect. This is all perfect. Now that we have that villager, it can't be anything but. Okay, you're still taking that trade there, and you're still taking these trades here, which will make up for the trades that I made with the fisherman, who is over there busy working. Now, what I want to do here is I actually want to start destroying this structure, because this structure is no longer useful to me. The structure has served its purpose, and I can now use these blocks to build what will later become the library. And the beginning of that construction is getting rid of all of this and being very, very careful about the order in which I destroy things. Because ultimately, I want to be able to get down here without getting hurt. And that should be the correct order. There we go. And of course I managed to hurt myself anyway. Darn it. It doesn't matter though, it was only a tiny amount of... Ooh, I shouldn't get rid of that one. It was only a tiny amount of health lost. We'll put this here. And we will... Do I actually have another trade I can do with you? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Also, I should probably have here... Don't have one right now, but I can make one. And that is a wooden hoe. Just so that occasionally, when these get stood on, you can replant them. And if you decide not to replant them, don't worry, I'll replant them. Marvellous. And there you go. Diligently replanting all of that stuff. Excellent. Now, we're going to build this into a library. We're going to need to change a few things up. Like that. But this is all a work over time. There we go. Now, I want another box. That's what I actually want. Another box will make this a lot easier to do. So, get a box, put the box there, and that will allow me to store a lot more of the building materials that I'm going to be using for my construction. And all of the things that I don't need, and I need to put a bed in here. Like that. Brilliant. And this spare bed will definitely be used at some point. Now that I have this second villager, everything is a go. All of my plans are now kicking into gear. And speaking of plans, it's time to start building a pathway. By just using my shovel and going this way. I will put cobblestone to replace the dirt that I am displacing. And I'm going to be very careful about stairs and the like. I really like just doing this, making a pathway for me to follow. It doesn't serve any real purpose, but then, what does anything in this game serve a purpose for? You could literally just live in a hole in the ground, and it would functionally be exactly the same as living in an elaborate castle. But people like living in places that look nice, and I don't blame them. Right, I want to go this way, which of course means destroying the absolutely massive tree there. Or maybe it doesn't. Maybe I could go this way and destroy the smaller tree. Yes, let's destroy the smaller tree here. And we'll also deal with this tree while I'm thinking about it. There we go. Do that. Do this. Displace this flower. That's okay, though. I can replant the flower. Right there. And we are actually nearly back home. We're also going to have to get rid of these trees to the left and right. But all the other trees, they can stay. That's right, cow. All the other trees can stay. Moo indeed. Also going to just do this here. Went a little bit too far there, but that's fine. And then do this. Move a little bit over here. And we are done with the laying out of the path's path. Brilliant. And we'll just have a little bit of a diverting path there to signify where the stable is, and getting rid of the dirt there makes getting in there a little bit more tricky, but we are fine. It is, however, starting to get dark. I don't want it to... Ooh, also, more pumpkins. More pumpkins, of course, mean more emeralds, and more emeralds mean more trades. There we go. And there we go. Going to have to get a lot of stone. Specifically cobblestone, but I do have lots of cobblestone. And this is when I actually don't have lots of cobblestone. Stone. No, have absolutely loads of this. should be fine. And I want to put the dirt, at least two piles of it, there. And by 2 piles, I clearly mean all of them, because that's all of them. Ah well. Got there in the end. Just like we got there in the end with the villager. It's not yet night. It will be. Come along, time. You cannot advance faster than you normally do. But I shall wait impatiently anyway. Such is the Avatar's need for day. And it is day. Still have so much we need to do. So many things that need making and building. Also, this is not efficient. No! I was about to do something silly there. I was about to use the construction method that wastes stone. Let us instead use this method and get them here. That is much better. Almost did a silly. Almost. But not quite. We're also going to have to use the torches to light up the pathway so that we always know where it is regardless of what time of day it is. But that will happen only after we have set this out. So, let's set this out and get things going. We're going to, by the way, be using a lot more than just 1 pile of stone. Oh, we're going to be using a lot of stone. But I think we have enough of the stairs to cover the entire journey. The journey actually isn't that far. It's really not that far. There's that. There's that. There's that there. And we have a few more piles. This should be absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. Also, really should have put this here instead. There we go. And we are actually nearly there. Not that difficult at all. I will have to get rid of those 2 trees. There we go. Almost. Very nearly. We're also going to get rid of all the torches that surround the village as well, eventually. When everything is nice and safe. Hello! I have more things to give you. More emeralds. And you know what? These emeralds are going to be used to buy things that I'm not really going to use. But that's all fine. Would you like to give me some fireplaces? 7 of them. But also gives me experience. And while I'm thinking about experience, I really should buy something with the experience that I've got. 7 fireplaces for now. We'll just go in here. I don't really have much... by here, I mean there. Don't really have much purpose for them. But I'm sure I'll find some use at some point. Now that I've done that, I want to start illuminating the path by putting markers here and there. About here should do. 1 there. And 1, 2 away from the path about here. And 1 about 2 away from the path here. And 1 here on the corner. 1, 2. There and there. 1 here. There and there. 1 here underneath the massive tree. Here and here. And then 1 here, which reminds me that I do need to get rid of these trees. All of these trees being gone does serve a purpose for my construction. Does give me more things that I can use to build my library. Also, can give me things like apples. And apples are always handy. And there we go. And now I want to put 1 about here. 1, 2. And then 1 about here. Yeah, here should be fine. There, there. Actually, there and there should be good. And with that, we have made the pathway to my village. The village the Avatar has made. And it is a wonderful village indeed. And it's not far to run. It's definitely not far to gallop, that's for sure. Couple of seconds, and we are there. It looks nice. It'll look nicer as time goes on, but right now, it looks nice. We don't yet have another villager, but given time, that will occur. Also, I don't know why I did that, because I actually want this to be a pretty big building. Oh, this building is going to be pretty large, because this is going to be a library. So that goes there. I know, super sinister, because there's some sort of cave system nearby. I'm going to be ignoring that. Definitely going to be ignoring that. I want the library to be about this big. Yeah, about this big seems fine. We're going to need more of those, various bits of wood. Yes, we will. But we've got something to build, and build we shall. We've got these here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Brilliant. And we'll just get this there. I also want 2 doors for the library, because the library ends up being quite busy. Also need to remember that there is a hole beneath this. That's probably where that sinister music came from. The hole that I covered up. Now, no villagers yet, but, I mean additional villagers, but if I were to give the fisherman some bread, would you like this bread? You will like this bread, but I didn't throw it close enough. Would you like bread? You would. Excellent. That should probably be more than enough. And so, folks, when we come back, we are working on this village at full throttle. We may only have 2 villagers right now, but that is only temporary. In time, more villagers will appear. And we will give them professions. Professions that will get me even more emeralds. And before we know it, we will have so many emeralds that we won't know what to do with them. Except trade them for really, really awesome things. And my, are there some awesome things that we can purchase in our future. Truly valuable treasures. Provided we're lucky enough to get those trades. And so, I'll catch you next time, folks. And I'll see you then. Later.